abantu bakanunda bakunda munonga baranyeta Kamara kandi ndi omushaho ow'endya nungi ninga oshomire okuliisa abantu kurungi so nimbakunda kandi nyenda kwebaza CEO wa Nyaka okundeeta hanu kugamba nimwe n'okwongyera kucumintiriza aha nshonga y'okurya gye kandi kiine omugasho munonga kurora ngu mwena mwaguma nimurya gye nambwenu mufeyo murebe mwarya emirundi 3 buri lunaku tukore n'amaani tuhinge kandi tugyese abaana baitu kugira ngu tubone kubagira.
Amina, amina. Webale munonga Kamara. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is another day God has given us. We praise and rejoice in it. Again, we are here at TJK Shares, one-on-one with TJK, a channel that has been bringing you people from all over the world, inspiration with a whole mission to learn, relearn, and unlearn a few things. Within our sharing, we bring you inspirational people who are ordinary men and women around the world doing extraordinary things. Ladies and gentlemen, today we are joined by none other than Kamara Daniel. Kamara and I have been following each other on social media. I've watched what this young man has done in his small world, but for bigger world issues, tackling nutrition. Nutrition is something that sustains all of us, but nutrition also something can kill us. So we brought you Kamara to talk about issues related to nutrition, to share his background story and why a young man like him are already worried and talking about nutrition. Interestingly, Kamara tells me, and his social media pages indicate, this week is Nutrition Week. He's been in Kanungu district, where Nyaka started, working with Bwindi Hospital and also other healthcare centers. He traveled all night to get to Kampala, where he has to chair session tomorrow. He's tired, but ready to share so much with all of us. So please welcome Kamara Daniel. Thank you for joining us and making time. Welcome to this channel. Please greet the viewers and share a little bit about yourself.
Thank you so much, CEO. For the period of time we've heard each other, I've learned a lot from you. You are such an inspirational leader, and we are great to have you. By the fact that I grew up seeing Nyaka, and I have benefited from Nyaka in one way or another, I really appreciate your efforts to lift a village like Kanungu to a global stage. So just like you said, I am Kamara Daniel. I'm commonly known as Nutritionist KD on my social platforms. And I am a nutritionist by profession and an educator, a health promotion educator by calling. I believe that if a person is a nutritionist under Public Health Board, according to our Allied Health Professionals Council, your main sole calling is to educate and create awareness. If you kept to nourish yourself, you cannot create an impact waiting for patients in the hospital. It does not make sense according to my expertise now in the field. So I developed this passion over a couple of years when I was at Bwindi Community Hospital. So I started working in Mpungu. If you heard about Mpungu.
I know Mpungu very well.
Mpungu, it is one of the rural communities that is 60 kilometers away from the hospital. And the hospital has made sure it has put satellite clinics. So Mpungu has a satellite clinic, like more 2 other satellite clinics. So I was there, and you find that the whole month in a report making, you find at least 10 households reported severe acute malnutrition. And when these mothers would present these children, the mothers look healthy, by the way. You know, mothers look healthy, others don't look healthy. And you want to ask yourself, is this the double burden of malnutrition? Where could the problem be? And I've just learned something new, that malnutrition is maybe community familial, like when I am hungry, when I'm severe acute malnourished, and you come to a village in Nyaruhanga, where I'm born from, you
Mm-hmm.
count three, four, five families. You can't count the fifth family without getting another child. In the next family, you cannot fail. That means that the problem does not uh, start then.
Mm.
Then it means the problem is multifactorial. It hinges on the food security pillars. It again rotates around the environmental, socio-economic factors, and that brings us the vicious cycle of malnutrition. That's
Yes.
how it keeps on rotating around. So while on Impungu for 1 year and a half, I was really, really touched and was like, no, these people deserve better. And that's how my passion for nutrition grew up. And that's how I started part-timing in Buindi, coming to Kampala. When I'm in Kampala, I learn a lot and I take it back to the village. I believe in Kanungu than Kampala because I believe that the moment we transform Kanungu, people will live better and become productive rather staying in Kampala, transforming that. In Kampala, most people are literate already, but in the communities, people lack the essential knowledge, like food preparation. Obesity has also been equally wanting to be distributed in the whole Uganda. Now, the communities, if they get this double burden of obesity and the undernutrition, it would not really help Uganda.
Of three things. Somebody is listening right now, driving from work, sitting at the radio, somewhere in Afghanistan, somewhere in Russia. You are talking to the entire world now. You're not talking to Kanungu. What are three things somebody can do to start their journey on healthy living led by nutrition? Three things people need to do. 1, 2, 3.
Thank you so much once again, CEO, for the opportunity. So one of the most told and left out things is portion control. I want to begin with a feast. This feast, you see, it holds power because this feast is equivalent to your heart physiologically and anatomically. So that means that the moment you exceed the feast, that means you are giving a lot of work to your heart and to your entire body. Your
Mm.
carbohydrates is equivalent to your feast. Carbohydrates include the foods that give energy or that are go foods in the primary language. So that means that carbohydrates, portion control. Make sure your plate has 2 feasts of carbohydrates and do not exceed that. Remember, half of your plate should be fruits or vegetables. Half of your plate should be fruits or vegetables every day. The director recommends 5 portions of fruits or vegetables every day. This means that literally every time you open your mouth, you should take in vegetables or fruits. Once again, meal timing, meal timing, meal timing.
Meal
Meal
timing.
timing holds a lot of power and a lot of sense. Not every time you should eat. You should know when you should eat, when you should not eat, and what you're eating really matters. The last one, I talk about exercise. Exercise, exercise, exercise. Remember that. And I want to talk about intentional exercise. The moment you do exercise, and again take the 5 bottles of beer, and again take 10 drumsticks of pork or whatsoever, you're doing nothing. You're not changing anything. Because we said that nutrition or food is 75% and 25% is exercise. That means that you are literally covering what you've just done, which is really not helpful. Lastly, in the
All
modern
right.
society, I want to talk about reading food labels. Read food labels.
Uh-huh.
Do not take
Okay.
food products that have excess hidden sugar. We have lots of hidden sugar here. We've been trying to regulate it using the nutrient profile model. It is under process and review process. Please read your food labels. Don't take things above 2 grams of sugar. Don't take irresponsibly. Don't study for nothing. You can study but fail to implement the knowledge that you've acquired from a university, from the college. Make sure the
Okay.
food level. Don't take excess salt. Don't stress your kidneys. Don't add raw salt to fruits, to vegetables in kachumba.